Rishabh Pant back in the Indian side. The toss happened a little while earlier. It was Rohit Sharma who won the toss, and he had no hesitation in fielding first. As we come to you live from New York for this Group A clash between India and Ireland. Cup. Ireland, on the other hand, we've seen what they've done in the past. They have the ability to upset sides. And what do you think now the approach will be? You would have said
forward surface. Give yourself a chance. It might only be 4 or 5 balls, Ravi, but give yourself a chance to have a look. Get into the occasion.
Here he goes. And straight away some swing and the first run on the board.
Good shape, straight away. Nice swing.
That's what was noticeable even in that first game. The steep bounce from a length. That's runs on the onside. That'll go away for 4. So the first boundary.
Just don't want to get too carried away here with trying to find that excessive bounce in the surface. It's a sort of wicket that if you get enough balls in the right area, the wicket's going to look after you. You don't have to try too hard. The harder you try, the more boundary opportunities will come, and before you know it.
And here's Ashdeep Singh. That's up in the air. And Pant takes it comfortably. And India strike early. They've got the danger man, Paul Sterling.
And that's really good. Rishabh Pant, who has started the game very well, up into the sky, the sun just coming through. Always the keeper's catch. He commanded the area, got his field out of his eye line, and made sure that he was underneath it. A little bit, good length. Paul Sterling looking to go leg side, no control, absolutely no control. A little bit extra bounce again. Eyes transfixed on the ball. That's a very, very good catch. It might look easy, never easy. You've got fielders converging. Paul Sterling, the Ireland captain, got to go early once again against India. 7 for 1.
Ball, I might get a boundary without taking a big risk.
Bowled right through his defence. 2 wickets in the over for Ashdeep Singh. And Ireland in trouble already. They lose their second wicket.
Yeah, hanging leg side there, Andrew Balbirnie. Trying to stay leg side and open the blade and try and force it down to that deep third. Trying to execute pinpoint for a boundary was risky. This was high risk on a pitch that's maybe doing a little bit. He gets himself in no position, just asking himself to do too much there. Ricky, you mentioned give yourself one more ball. Well, Balbirnie probably should have just hung in there a little bit longer. Excellent from India. Attacking the stumps, aggressive with the ball. Ireland have lost both openers. Balbirnie gone for 5, 9 for 2.
Nicely played. It's breaking the shackles by improvising a bit.
Player in form. Lorcan Tucker had a wretched 10 months in T20 cricket. Could not buy a run. Last 5 or 6 games, the old Lorcan Tucker has re-emerged. Wicket keeper, he's always got the invention. Excellent player, the sweeps. I don't mind this option. It is high risk, but actually with maybe a little bit extra.
Nicely played. Width on offer. And he smashed it through the offside. So 5 overs gone. It's 26 for 2.
In the world where you end up, the bus goes underneath the stadium. Brilliant delivery, bit of in movement and goes between bat and pad, castles the middle stump, and the 3rd wicket's down.
This certainly isn't a pitch for leaning into the drive or bending down to smell the ball. That's not the kind of pitch you have over here. This is the pitch where there's a little bit of carry, so you tend to play on the up with your balance a little bit upright. Have a look at this. The balance is a little bit upright, and that has allowed the ball to sneak between bat and pad. Just a little inward movement that from Hardik Pandya, getting a wicket in his first over. And another wicket gone for Ireland. Tucker's gone for 10. They're now 28 for 3 in the 7th over. Just a little bit of restraint, so
That's nicely worked away. That's going to be a boundary. Yep, it does. It makes it to the fence, and that's a good start for Camphor. He picks up a boundary to start. 32 for 3.
nicely played. The ball coming into him, and he used that inward movement to good effect, knowing that there was no protection there for the...
Is that a top edge onto the helmet? It could be a wicket. Yes, it is. He's adjudged to have to be on his way. I think it's come off the glove the way he's shaking his hand, Tector. But that is another Indian wicket. A quick delivery from Bumrah, and it's picked up the fourth.
Yeah, doesn't look good. Must be a nasty blow. Quick. Oh yes, it's I think come off the helmet as well. It's hit him on the glove, it's come off the helmet, and that's a catch taken easily.
So you get hit in the glove, the helmet, and you got to leave.
Yes,
terrible.
Sad.
And probably a concussion test. Harry Tector, he goes for 4, 36 for 4. Oh, that's nicely played. Straight down the ground. That could be our first maximum of the day, and is indeed. Slightly overpitched by Hardik Pandya. And Camphor just carries on in his merry way. He's definitely looking at the dugout going, what are you guys on about? I've got 11 or 4.
Yes, that's a very good shot, isn't it? I think it's a completely different approach. Very refreshing. Prepared to take the chances, prepared to take the risks, knowing that, you know, you try and survive on this pitch, you might not be able to add any runs. This is a lovely shot.
This could be another one. There's a big appeal. Oh, and he's walking. Camphor has agreed that he's found the outside edge. He didn't wait for the umpiring decision. And that's the 5th wicket down. Just 44 on the board here for Ireland.
A little outward movement that from Hardik Pandya. The ball is still pretty hard and pretty new because it hasn't been struck at all by the batters, as you can see from the score. We've just had 1 6 hit. You can see just a little away movement, out movement, and the batter is out. Simple catch there to Rishabh Pant. Camphor hanging his bat outside to dry, looks back, which is always an indication that the batter has nicked the ball. Pandya gets his 2nd wicket, 44 for 5, and Camphor entertaining innings of 12. Just gets a nick.
Chips in the air. This could be another one. Oh, would have been a brilliant catch. Rohit Sharma will probably be disappointed because he did all the hard work. He kind of got there. And you do wonder in the end whether he could have gone with the second hand. Just went one-handed.
I think just got a little palm to it. These are the kind of catches when you're looking to stretch your hand that you expect to stick. Didn't stick this time.
It's not going to take long. It's the 3rd opportunity in a row, and this time taken comfortably by Jasprit Bumrah. The 6 wickets down. Siraj back into the attack, and he's got his first.
Yes, he hasn't been amongst the wickets, but he's bowled well. Mohammad Siraj, good rhythm. Went past the outside edge a couple of times in the previous couple of overs, and now bowls it short. And the batter thought that this is an opportunity, but he had stepped down the pitch, so he was in no real position to play that full shot. Just hits it up in the air, and Bumrah is not going to make any mistake. Takes it comfortably. 6 wicket down for 46. And Dockrell's gone for 3.
Top here, 49 for 6. That's up in the air. This could be another one. Number 7 goes down. Shivam Dubey making no mistake. And another wicket here for Hardik Pandya.
Well, today has been all about the seam bowlers, and quite clear plans on this surface. Seam bowlers are looking to just dig it in. Yeah, just take a look here. Simple plan, bang it into the surface. It's an awkward height, and you can see Markade's plan there. Just get out of the way, try and get something on it. And in the end, a simple catch out to deep point. He's going to have to go. Adair for just 3 of 2.
What a catch that is. Wickets continue to tumble here. Very first over of spin. And Akshar Patel striking.
Yeah, excellent here. Spinner comes in, and maybe Ireland and Delaney there just thought there was an opportunity to get the hands through the ball, maybe try and clear the ropes here. But when the fielding is this good and this dynamic, moving to his non-dominant side, really did well as well to hold it as he fell to the floor. So India here completely dominating.
Yes, Delaney. In fact, McCarthy, the man to be dismissed without troubling the scorers. And the Irish innings in disarray. 50 for 8. That's up in the air. And it's over the fence. Much needed from Ireland's point of view. That coming right out of the meat of the bat. Much needed.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ireland definitely needs some runs on the board, and that's a good hit. Couple of more, and if they can get to a total which is between 80 and 100, take some early wickets and put some pressure on India. Let's see how they do.
It's shorter as well, that side. Early 60, 61 to 63 metres, so maybe...
Hit straight back. It's not a quick outfield, but the ball's going to win. So 6 earlier in the over, now a boundary. And into the 60s, Ireland, for the loss of 8.
It feels like a mini partnership here is developing. It's just 13 together, but it's a very valuable. Great here from Josh Little. Just decides to try and hit through the line on top of the bounce. Didn't quite get connection, but did enough to get it past the bowler.
Still plenty of work.
He's got a good balance.
Nicely played. Another boundary. Nice little innings this from Josh Little.
Yeah, definitely. I think they need somebody to bat 15-20 balls, and if he can bat another 6-7 balls, get to 80-90, as I said, put a little bit of pressure on Indian batsmen because they got a big game coming, so it'll be...
Golden, right on the money. That's his speciality. Perfect Yorker. And disturbing the stumps.
Yeah, what an absolute beauty. This has nothing to do with the surface here. This is just Jasprit Bumrah at his best. Full, straight, tailing in. And some serious place there, 145 kph. It's not easy to get that out at all. So he smiles in Ireland now, looking down the barrel.
Yeah,
Josh
nice.
Little goes for 14.
Yeah.
The score 77 for 9.
Let's see what he comes up with. Back of a length. That's hammered. That's going to go to the boundary. That's beautifully played. Being the pick of the batters as Delaney. He's got to 15 of 9 deliveries now. 10 deliveries. And he's trying to get them edging towards 100.
Yeah, just gave himself a little bit of room there. Enabled himself to flat bat it straight over mid-off, and he's timed that really nicely.
You can see what he's trying to do here, Archdeep. It's actually a big hit, leg side for the right-hander. Trying to angle the ball back in. In fact, he's changing his angle now.
Going to take the single. He wants to stay on strike, so no one to try and prevent the single. And that's beautifully played. It's no, in fact, it's going to be... No, it's dropped. He's sending the other batsman back to the non-striker's end. It would have been adjudged as a wide if he just let it go, but he thought he could just ramp it over short third man. It was Jadeja who kind of overran it initially and then tried to launch himself back.
It's not something you see very often, Jadeja putting him down. He's usually got outstanding hands. I think he might have got put off when his hat just fell off, actually.
And then the sunglasses.
Well, he caught Akshay Patel out of it. It looked like it would have been an easier catch for him. He was actually running almost direct up.
That's brilliantly struck. That's the big boundary, and that's gone way back.
It's a good strike, powerful strike. Saying that was the big boundary out there, it didn't matter. That's got about 20 metres over the rope. Banged in short of a length and given the full treatment.
Deep Singh has come back into the attack thinking, well, it's been a good day. I've already picked up top edge this time. Akshay Patel, no, he can't get there, and it'll spin away to the fence.
It's going to be interesting to see how India go about their run chase. We see, I think now, while this ball's a little bit older, it looks to be coming onto the bat a little bit easier. Clearly earlier on with the new ball it was very challenging, so whether they're a little bit circumspect against the new ball or they come out and play some shots, it's going to be interesting.
With that chase, can Ireland get to the three-figure score? It's an improvement on what we saw from Sri Lanka the other. That's the edge through, and charge through for single. He'll definitely be wanting to come back for the second. Oh, that is it. That's the end of the innings. He had to come back wide to try and get Delaney back onto strike. And there's been a few miscommunications and misunderstandings in the running between the wickets. And that is the end of the innings.
They've really panicked there, I think. They were milking the strike really nicely, and then I think just because it was a free hit, they thought, we've got a run here.
Exactly.
If he just let it go and took no run, Delaney's on strike, he's playing beautifully, and it's all in vain now.
Yeah, they haven't thought that one through clearly, but India have done the job. It's a surface that offered up a lot of assistance. They won the toss, decided to bowl first, and they've bowled Ireland out for a meagre 97. Low fives, half fives all around. Job done from the bowler's point of view, and they'll be just chasing 98 and an opportunity to try and score it as quickly as possible from net run rate perspective as well. You can see the first 6 overs, 26 for 2, and 23 for 4, 30 for 3, 17 for 1. At no stage did in Ireland manage to get away. It was just all dominated by India. So let's head down to the field for narrowly and hear from one of the star performers.
Fence on a couple of occasions and hit the middle of the bat a little bit more, so it'll be interesting to see whether they come out and play their shots or a little bit circumspect to begin with.
Well, how do you think they should approach it with the ball coming? So obviously John ball. And movement straight away. Going to be calling it a wide. Started it to wide of the off-start. Final ball of the first over. Oh no, and it's gone through the hands of second slip and gone for a 4. End of the first over here. 7 runs for no wicket.
An early bit of fortune for the Indian batter Andrew Balbirnie, the man at second slip. We saw the graphic, he was 16 metres back, so he had a good look at it. Went through and beat him at pace. Normally a pretty assured slip fielder, Andrew Balbirnie. Back home in Ireland, you don't get many above the head. You don't have to go Australian style that often. So
Cricket player, we're cricket players, we aren't athletes, are we? Bit of fortune there from Rohit Sharma. Raced down to the fine leg fence for 4, and that was stiff.
Yeah, bit of lucky there for Josh Little. Searching, looking to give it a chance to swing. I don't mind it. Rohit Sharma's been a little streaky so far. It's the second or third time now he's just got an inside edge, but fortune favours the brave. But I don't mind the approach from Josh Little, giving it a chance to swing.
He's gone up over the top. That is Rohit Sharma for you. End of the over, and he's decided to go for a maximum. Brilliant. 22 for 0. You like that? You like that?
Rohit Sharma just knows exactly what Josh Little was going to do, try to bowl full and straight again. He just kept that front leg, his left leg, out of the way. Yeah, straight down the pitch, full toss. Wasn't quite out of the screws, but...
3. Well, up and over, but there is a third in place, and they get the first wicket. Virat Kohli, who we just talked about, an incredible T20 wicket, a career record, is a big, big wicket here for Ireland.
Yeah, good catch in the deep. Ben White, Ireland's leg spinner, probably Ireland's tallest fielder, down on the deep third fence. Massive, massive wicket. Virat, ultra aggressive, never really got going. Uncharacteristic, really. Bit ungainly and thick outside edge. That's a good catch. They needed it. Ireland needed it. The crowd went quiet. Kohli's got to go. Big, big moment in this small run chase. Virat Kohli's gone for 1. 22 for 1.
We saw.
Oh, Rishabh Pant has no time for not putting his hands through the ball. He's just come out, throwing the bat at it, and it ended the over with a boundary. 3 overs gone, 26 for 1. That's him. That's Rishabh Pant.
Yeah, have a look at one. That'll do. He says, I've assessed conditions nicely. It does help when you've kept wicket actually for 20, or the best part of 20 overs. You do get used to conditions a lot easier, a lot quicker. I thought he kept wicket brilliantly today. A lot of balls flying around and staying a little bit low and into his groove early. And it's a good...
Yeah, it's always beneficial to have a bit of both.
Oh, he's gone for the aggressive shot. Hasn't quite got it, and a good throw here. That would have been interesting to see if that would have hit the stumps.
Yeah.
Looked a little bit tight there.
Would have been out, that, definitely.
You're calling it. There's the aggressive shot into mid-wicket. Well picked up. Quick release. I think he would have been miles out on the replay.
Marker there.
Good work.
Fast bowler. Got a good bounce as well. The ball bounced up nicely for him. Didn't have to bend down. He's 6 foot plus. He didn't have to bend down and pick up.
That's beautifully played. Foolish in length, just opens the face, makes sure it goes over, square of the wicket and away to the fence.
Yes, he gets a bit of width. That's what you're looking for. The earlier efforts to try and hit the ball over the infield wasn't successful. He got an inside edge, but this time around you can see that he's leaning into it. There was a bit of width also, and he quite deliberately has opened the face of the bat to hit it over that fielder for a boundary.
It brings up his 4,000th run in T20 Internationals, the third player to do so. Virat Kohli and Baba Azam. Not off the middle again, but that one gets onto the mat and it will make its way to the boundary. So a bonus boundary for Rishabh Pant, probably trying to go more deep mid-wicket than to where it ended up. But he'll take it at this stage.
So it'll be interesting to see what leg that was. I thought that may have been around the 5-meter length. No, it wasn't. It was much shorter than that. And that is the reason why he was able to play that pull in instead of mid-wicket over towards the straight boundary. Because the ball's coming on those fielders.
Eventually he finds one out the middle, does Rohit Sharma, and that will go the whole way.
That's the shot that he plays so well. The pull shot. One of the few batters in the world who can lean forward and then play the pull shot. Such a good player of the pull shot. Yes, he occasionally gets out, but percentage-wise, he scores more runs with the shot than he gets out. And that is the reason why when he hits it off the middle of the bat, it is invariably a 6.
It was a part of the game plan, not looking to roll the wrists at all, just keeps that face open because he doesn't want to get it down. He wants it to continue to go on its merry way. Plays the shot again and he's going to have the same result, so that's back-to-back maximums for Rohit Sharma.
Well, there's an element of risk because he hits it up in the air, but he very seldom looks to play it along the ground. He's so confident that if he hits it off the middle of the bat, it's going to go into the crowd, irrespective of how big the boundary is. And this is a big boundary. Once again, you can see leaning forward first and then just playing the swivel pull.
Yeah, right Vignesh has given me a stat. That's his 606 in international cricket for Rohit Sharma. That's tests. Deliveries ago, how difficult it is to hit it up and over. Oh, that's a full toss, and that's a bit of a gift. And you've got a pitch that's offering variable bounce to make sure that it doesn't even pitch at all is not the ideal delivery. Brings up 50 for the Indian captain Rohit Sharma.
Much needed, because his form in the IPL, he got 100, but it was not very consistent, but he's countered it really well.
Goes again after it, and this one's not going to get the other. He's going to pitch and stop. He will be able to retrieve it in. But it's a really good over for India. 12 from the 10th over, takes them to 76 for 1, and it's going to be a time for the players to have a drink.
Rohit Sharma has retired hurt. He was hit on the elbow, pointing towards his shoulder. Let's hope it's not serious, because he's such a key player. Batted beautifully for his 52. He's left the field.
Standing very close, 2 or 3 yards ahead of the wicketkeeper.
An appeal, I think this is where you got to be careful as a batsman. You could get some injuries on the surface.
That struck hand on the arm there as well. Seems to be in a bit of discomfort as the physio comes running out.
We're going back to Rohit Sharma. He did play really well. I'm actually really surprised to see him go off the field when he did, because he actually struck the ball probably cleaner after he got hit. He got those couple of big sixes away down over backward square leg. He lived over before he retired. He got a few out to mid-wicket. A bit early on that shot, if anything. Rishabh Pant through the shot. And the back elbow.
That looks like it got him in a more nasty spot than the one that got Rohit, to be fair. That's never a nice place to...
Couple of sixes. That's swung away. That's a good clean strike for 6. Just picks up length so quickly. It's one of his favourite shots.
He stands so still, doesn't he? That's one of the keys to his batting. So many of those shots that he flicks over fine leg and backward square, there's no movement of the feet at all. Very still base. Nice early pick up of the bat. Nice release of the hands, and a long way back over mid-wicket.
Yes, he seems to be in a hurry. He wants
mid-wicket.
Oh, that smashed through the offside. Standing and delivering. Gets that away to the boundary. India inch closer. 7 needed now.
I think with those few balls that hit him last over, he'll be pretty keen to get it done this over against the spin. It's a beautiful shot over extra cover. Just gave himself a little bit of room. Threw his hands through the ball. Timed it beautifully.
Go away from the outside edge.
And that's up in the air. There's deep mid-wicket. And takes the catch. Just for a moment you thought he might have misjudged it, but he takes it in the end. And Surya Kumar Yadav looking to finish things off with a 6 has to depart.
Yeah, good catch in the end. Didn't look like he picked it up that early. Actually might have just swirled around a little bit on the breeze. He took a couple of steps back at the start. The fieldsman got his bearings, got in under it. Takes it low to the ground. White strikes. Surya Kumar on his way. India lose their second. 2 for 91. One off the helmet.
Oh, what a shot this is. What a shot to finish off the game. That's why people love to see him play. Just the audacity to finish things off.
What an outrageous shot. That is outrageous. What about that? Reverse lap over the slips for 6 to finish the game, and it's an emphatic win from India. They've really dominated from ball 1 today. It's been a great display.
Well, we shouldn't be surprised, because we've actually seen this in Test cricket as well. James Anderson won the second new ball, helps him on his way. And how do you even think of that, let alone practice it and go out and play it in a World Cup game? But Yeah, I agree. He's been good today. Just what Rishabh Pant needed as well at the start of this World Cup. Back on the big stage, representing his country again when a lot of people thought that he wouldn't. To finish 36 not out.
So that's how things panned out. It was India who won the toss, decided to field first. Ireland